So I want to give them, enough time. So the floor is yours.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you, Carmen, and thank you, Joseph Bermudas, for having me here. I did a presentation in November with the South Florida Crime Prevention Association, talking about the future of crime prevention, which is what my company have a unique product. I'll give you a quick background about my company and how it got started. I worked for a cell phone distributor. I was the operations director. My goal was to get the company to a profitable way of doing business and increasing revenues. By doing that, what you end up doing is holding inventory of high value. And in a very small warehouse, selling a lot of cell phones, word gets out that you're holding inventory. What happened was, I was the ops guy on the watch, and everything was, we have cages, we have cameras, we have audios, we have everything you could think about. Put that in this little, 8,000 square foot facility. We came to work one morning, front door was cut. Nice little U at the bottom. They didn't touch any of the contacts. They went around the contacts. We didn't have a smoke detector in the building, so that way you could pick up from the building smoke. They got in, ski mask, hit the cameras, break through the sheetrock wall, got into our fortress, which is, we had cage, steel cage. Went up to 10 feet to breach the inventory. So by the time they got to cutting those steel cages, what happened was they ran out of gas. So then they decided to climb above and try to reach. But thank God all they grabbed was the Motorola Razr, which is one of the most, like the dog of the cell phone world. So that being said, we had to go out there and get a new facility, increase the company revenue, and now we're about $85 million of revenue, which means you're looking at $4 million worth of inventory. Sitting in now, 25,000 square foot facility, locked into one spot, that's about 5,000 square foot. Now we're back with the same problem, except bigger. So I did the same thing. Well, I got cameras, we got audios, we got listening devices, we got sound control, we got panic buttons, we got everything you can think about. We got laser beams on the outside. So if someone crosses 3 feet on my building, I see a video, and then I'm sitting back there, I'm feeling nice, fat, dumb, and happy. And we're like, okay, great. Someone breaks in, I can see them. The alarm goes off, sets off the monitor center, then makes a call to dispatch. Dispatch sees it. Statistical fact says 95% of these dispatch burglar alarms is a false alarm. So what happens there? Criminals are smarter than all of us in this room. They're a lot smarter than us when it comes to breaking in and robbing. So they rely on that time frame. So we have to find something that will respond and protect businesses and residents the moment a crime is initiated. So I contacted this company out of the UK, and we found this constant smoke screen security system. This thing responds from the text the moment a crime is initiated. That's how I installed this system. Hence, I started this company now. My job now, my company, is to bring this technology into the US. That's how we have Crescent Security Systems. I've also partnered with another company, ISI. It's a security investigation company that does actual personal protection. So we're teaming together really to bring the new crime prevention tool on the new forefront, where we're doing personal and physical protection as a team. That's how the company got started. My mission today with you guys is to engage you guys, give you a little feedback, a little information, a little product knowledge on this system, and get your input on the feasibility of if you think this is something that business owners will be using to install in their building to protect their business and their assets, allowing you guys to fight the real crimes out there. Because if something like this is installed in a business or in a residence, and you guys can come to this building and see the logo on the side that says this building is protected with the security fog system, you know what happens there. That's what I'm going to walk you guys through, and I'm looking for a little feedback from you guys, positive, negative, anything that I can use to launch this product in this country to get it out there, so that way everyone who's got a need to protect their asset business, they have access to it. The concept of what we're trying to sell it is, if you can't see it, you can't steal it. Hence the security fog. The company has been around for 40 years. It started out as an engineer company designed to create security fog while they're transporting gold bullion between banks. The concept is, usually back in the day, when you transfer gold and cash from the banks into the armored trucks, that's the most vulnerable time to be ambushed and be robbed. So this concept engineering company decided to work on this project, hence started the concept smoke screening. It's been around for 40 years. We've sold over 90,000 systems globally. Haven't had a single issue where there's a liability issue, where someone gets trapped in the building, someone gets caught and cannot get out. We've had 0 issues reported to date. Over 90,000 installs globally, been around for 40 years. We've got different types of machines, and I'll walk you guys through. This is one of the workhorse of the product right here. This is the E900. This thing will deliver fog and fill a room this size in less than 20 seconds. A room double this size brings it to 0 visibility in less than 40 seconds. With this kind of unit, this is the massive workhorse. Obviously, we have flexible units that are sized for room capacity, space utilization that probably fit, but this is the big one I brought for you guys. This one right here, this is a portable unit. If you think of an RV, you think of a yacht, you think of a company that's installing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a building, so the last thing they're going to do is put the alarm system in there, right? You buy 2 of these, you plug it in, come with built-in motion sensors, and you arm it and close your door. You don't care what happens, you just know that when someone breaks in, motion goes up, what it does, it fills that ear, brings it to 0 visibility in less than 40 seconds. Once again, they can't see it, they can't steal it. In addition to that, we have what we call the disorient effect. We have a decibel audio that puts out 110 decibels. Those have a strobe light. So in combination with the smoke or the fog, strobe lights, 120 decibel audio is pinging at you. Your hands will be very busy covering your ears, first of all. You can't see. You don't know if you're standing, if you're walking, you're falling down. So the whole object is to disorient the intruder to have them to retrieve it from penetrating the property or the business. This is what the system was designed for. As a combination, that's the impact it's got as a unit. Now, you guys might be wondering about the fog, the smoke. What is a safe, non-toxic, cool fog that's generated through the fluid being pumped into a heater block. So what it does is it's the atmosphere, it settles outside of the atmosphere. It's the smallest particle product out there. So if it settles outside, it hovers. It doesn't break down. It hovers outside of the atmosphere because it's a half a micron particle. So this thing with fires, deploys, mushrooms, thickens, and it hangs around for a while. And then it slowly doesn't break down. We have MSDS on this. It's been tested. It's been proven. For 40 years, not an issue to date reported. These are some of our accreditations that we've been involved with. We've got SEC Security Awards in the UK, in Switzerland, in Denmark. We've very penetrated the European market and the South American market, Central America. Now we're looking to bring this technology and all these awards into the US. We're going to go after UL certification. We're going to go after ISO 9000 manufacturing standards and certifications. That's what it takes to penetrate the US market. Those are the standards, the barrier to get into the US market. We've already worked on those things. Those things are already in place.
Now, do you have this somewhere in the United States already?
It's been installed in a few facilities in Broward County, a few in Dade, Colorado, Texas, Chicago, Minnesota, California.
And the smoke is FDA approved?
It has an MSDS, which means that it's clear to be installed and be applied to human environment.
They have to have their 2 cents and everything.
And, well, but the MSDS sheet just tells you it's safe to be consumed. Like any chemical you're handling, alcohol has the MSDS sheets, right? It tells you the do's and don'ts on how to handle alcohol. You don't pour alcohol on fire, so it tells you the do's and don'ts of it, and so it passes those standards. We also have human testing on it too. We've had a package of that. I mean, for 40 years, we know what we're doing. The benefits of security fog, just a few immediate benefits, is it actually protects your staff and inventory. That's what it does. It's not there like for a party or to create a fog, and it actually there to protect. That's what it does. That's what it's designed for. It forces the thief to leave empty-handed. If someone breaks into the front door right now and no one is here, and you're sitting in a gun shop, for example, the guy may have maybe $1.2 million of arsenal materials in here. By the time they break in there, this is already filling. So what do? They walk in, imagine the element of surprise. Someone walks into a building filled with fog. They don't know what it is. They may think it's tear gas. They may think it's poison. They could think of a slew of things, right? And it's filling. Are they going to walk into their room and expect it to go away and find their way out? No, they're going to leave. That's what you want, for someone to only maybe break your door, break your window, and leave your property. That's what it does. It doesn't rely on criminals being caught at a later date because they will not even get in. You know, the system prevents entry to the building. So when you get in there, you know, that's it. You have your way out. So fire departments always worry about you're gonna prevent exit. Well, we prevent access to the building. So if someone breaks in, guess what? They have a way out. If they continue to break in and penetrate, then they have other laws that they're going to break in, which will protect them on the liability laws. Like slip and fall in the bathroom. You fall in the building, liability covers you. So whatever happens in the building, if you penetrate in there, insurance will cover that stuff. So really, it protects the owner and whoever walks in there. It can be covered, it can be covertly or overtly installed. These things can be camouflaged in any area. You can walk into a room, you wouldn't know it's installed. It can be penetrated into the ceiling. This guy right here is usually mounted about 10 feet above the ground. You may see it on the top like this right here. You can remove that, and that'll be the nozzle right here that you see here. You'll see that, oh, that's all you'll see. You wouldn't even know it's installed in the unit. A little bit A-frame installed in there, with a panel above it. It could be on the wall. We have them very, we have the new slimline design. It looks like a panel like that box right there. And I have 3 nozzles there, and that's all it is. We can have 4 rows on one room. You have no idea. It looks like an audio visual, but that's how secure and slimline these things have become now. Reaction defends in seconds. It also operating cost is a one-time install, fill your reservoir up, give you the fob key, give you an integration to your alarm system or a standalone box, switch off and on, we're out of there. Very simple turnkey. You get a full effect within seconds of a break-in. I mean, compared to the traditional alarm systems out there. It doesn't turn your property into a prison, because most places you go to, like I worked in, you know, I thought I was in a prison. You walk into a warehouse, you see all the cages, all the barbed wires. It doesn't do any of that stuff. It's more technology driven than it is physical barrier. You know, people install $40,000, $50,000 worth of steel to create cages. Maybe another $15,000 in labor to install that. And then when they have to leave the warehouse to go into a larger place, what happens? Another $15,000 to tear it down, and now you have to be able to put up again. This system is just install, plug and chuck, take it away, reinstall, 220, install A-frames, you're good to go. And you own it for life. It definitely saves money long term. And the good thing about the system, it's fully integratable with any alarm system. You can actually set it up where you can use your iPhone or your smartphone, where you actually turn it off and on. If you feel there's a threat and you're now waiting for something to happen, you just fire it off. If you happen to see a camera, you have one smartphone, you see someone in your perimeter of your building, you don't want to wait for them to trigger something. You may want to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to fog you right now. You can turn it on, right? You can have it anywhere. That's how flexible, that's how integratable our system is. Why use security fog? The physical security, we all know what happens there, right? You've seen all the armored trucks smashing into a garage door, tearing the doors down, tearing out the ATM machines, breaking the front door of the Radio Shacks, getting an armful of inventory. CCTV, spray can takes that away. A mask takes that away. You cannot see anything. When it comes to the alarm systems, how many times you guys are driven by a place? I mean, well, not you guys, but other residents, you hear the alarms buzzing, and it's like, oh, Bob's having another false alarm. His cat did that. His back door is not working properly. So it's getting ignored. That's why the statistics are saying 95% of the time of burglar alarms are false alarms. So criminals depend on relying on these things. That's a good reason why you want a security fog system. Application of our system can be applied in jewelry stores. You can see that. This is very popular all across Europe and South America, where storefronts are smash and grab. That fills in seconds. You can see that. So someone breaks into that and seeing it right away, it doesn't give them even enough time to try and identify what they want to take. Retail outlets, what it does, it fogs the aisles. We had this installed in a CVS in Texas. This is my favorite. This is a warehouse application. That's the plumbing supply. In their room back there, that's where he keeps all his copper. So they may want to take all of the steel, but when you get to the copper room, you're not getting in there. Or if you get in there, you're not getting out of there. And look at that. That's maybe 25 seconds. And that's a large area right there. That's a good example of what this guy does. And what we did in this video, we had two. One on the outside and one on the inside. So what it does, it fills from the inside, fills from the outside. So it's any criminal decide to want to go there and make up this guy's copper, before they may enter, it's actually a deterrent. And that's what it is. It's a theft deterrent security file system. Applications, we also have what we call the Guardian. It's a portable unit that's fully charged for 2 hours. This is used in when you do ATM replenishments. You go into an ATM room, that's where people are usually ambushed. You pop it down on the floor. It's the same size as this, except a little more slimline and smaller. You set it down, you have a remote fob, and while you're doing your replenishment of the ATM, if you felt there's a threat, you just take off into security, hit the trigger, it fogs that room. Whoever comes in there, all they see is smoke. They cannot touch your cash, cannot touch your jewelry, they cannot touch anything. All they do is leave the building. That's the Guardian, that's what it's used for. We're now using it for personal body protection also. In parts of the ambassadors' security details, is used as a handheld to be able to protect if there's a threat in the vicinity. They put it down, fog here, and they take the candidate out of there. Like I walked you guys through before, we have the 3 units right here, the 900, the rapid deploy, and then we also have the one that's the rapid deploy at GSM. So now you can actually sit this and program it from a distance through an IP address. So they're very technology driven and very integratable. That's the Guardian I told you guys about. And support that you get from our company, we install it, we walk you through the integration process, we walk you through how flexible it is. We allow you to learn about the equipment from a distance where you can actually operate it yourself and integrate it yourself. We're hands off because this is your system, it's not our system. We teach you all about it, and we are there for supporting in case you want to upgrade on your own, you want to modify, you want to say, you know what, I want 4 minutes of burst and not 2 minutes of burst. We teach you those things, and we educate you, and it's an ongoing process with our team. These are some of our customers that we've been working with nationwide. And these are the two teams that I'm working with, myself and also ISI. So guys, that's the whole product itself. That's the functionality of it. That's the way it works. That's the application of it. I'd like to get your feedback and your input on any concern, any questions you have, anything you want to throw at me.
How does it get activated? By sensors?
By sensors, by contacts, but whatever you want.
So what happens when they break into the warehouse and they bypass the alarm? It won't go off.
They bypass the alarm?
Yeah.
Like how would they bypass the alarm?
They bypass the alarm. They either do something to the alarm. I worked cargo theft for 12 years, so I know these guys are good. And if they bypass the alarm.
This is what you call a hold off.
Okay.
Right? If the circuit is broken, it goes off. If you break a circuit, if you tamper with the alarm and it sends a break in a circuit, it goes off. It's not waiting to say, oh, which door, which access, which trigger, which motion. No, it goes off. It's called a hold off function in the system.
And how long does it take for this flow to clear from the business?
If you have a 2-minute burst, which gives you 0 visibility in 45 seconds, it sits around on average 45 minutes for a 2-minute burst. If you happen to be or you have a larger area and you don't want to have any risk involved in it, you want a 4-minute burst. A 4-minute burst would get you about an hour and a half of total 0 visibility. Then it starts to break down over time.
Is there like a battery backup, or if there's no power?
The new ones, we have a new one that came out about 4 months ago. They have a built-in battery backup, a 2-hour battery backup. But something like this, especially in Florida, hurricane-affected environment like this, I would suggest we install a generator. Then we have constant, because what happens in a hurricane, power goes out for 6 to 8 hours. it may take you 3 hours to get to your place of business because maybe trees are down, flood zone.